How to complete Form I-864, Affidavit of Support. 1. Type or print clearly using black ink. 2. If you need more space to answer any question on this form, use the area provided in Part 11, Additional Information, or attach a separate sheet of paper. On each additional sheet, type or print your full name and alien registration number, A number, if you have one. Also include the page number, part number, and item number that your answer refers to. Each attached sheet must be signed and dated. 3. Answer all questions completely and accurately. If a question does not apply to you, for example, if you have never been married and are asked for your current spouse's name, type N/A unless otherwise instructed. If a question asks for a number and the correct answer is 0 or none, for example, how many children do you have, type or print none unless directed otherwise. Specific instructions. Part 1. Basis for filing Affidavit of Support. Provide your full legal name in the space for the sponsor, then select the item number that accurately reflects your reason for filing Form I-864. Item number 1A. Check this box if you are the petitioner who filed or is filing one of the following: Form I-129F, Petition for Alien Fiancé; Form I-130, Petition for Alien Relative; Form I-600, Petition to classify orphan as an immediate relative; Form I-800, Petition to classify convention adoptee as an immediate relative. Item number 1B. Check this box if you filed or are filing Form I-140, Petition for Alien Worker for your spouse, parent, child, adult son or daughter, brother or sister, and specify your relationship to the beneficiary. Item number 1C. Check this box if you own at least 5% of a business, corporation, or other entity that filed or is filing Form I-140 for your relative. Provide both the name of the business and your relationship to the beneficiary. Item number 1D. Check this box if you are the only joint sponsor. A joint sponsor does not need to be related to the intending immigrant. Confirm with the petitioning sponsor or immigrant if you are unsure whether you are the only or one of two joint sponsors. Item number 1F. Check this box if you are a substitute sponsor. A substitute sponsor completes Form I-864 when the original petitioner has died after Form I-130 approval, but before the intending immigrant obtains lawful permanent residence. The substitute sponsor must be related to the intending immigrant as a spouse, parent, parent-in-law, child 18 or older, sibling, in-law, grandparent, grandchild, or legal guardian. Be a U.S. citizen, lawful permanent resident, or U.S. national. Sponsor each intending immigrant listed. Part 2. Information about you, sponsor. Item number 1. Sponsor's full legal name. Provide your complete legal name. Item number 2. Mailing address. Provide the address where you wish to receive all correspondence regarding this affidavit. Item number 4. Physical address. If your physical address is different from your mailing address, provide it here. Item number 5. Country of domicile. State the country where you maintain your main residence and intend to reside long-term. If your mailing or residential address is outside the U.S., but your domicile is the U.S., attach a written explanation with supporting evidence, showing how you meet the domicile requirement. You may qualify if you are employed by a qualifying organization, such as the U.S. government, an American research institution recognized by DHS, as in 8 CFR 316.20, a U.S. firm or subsidiary involved in foreign trade and commerce, a public international organization in which the U.S. participates, or a religious denomination or missionary organization based in the U.S. if your work abroad involves priestly or missionary duties, or you are living abroad temporarily and can prove you maintain ties to the U.S., such as voting records, U.S. tax payments, property ownership, bank or investment accounts, a permanent U.S. mailing address, or other evidence like student status or temporary foreign stay authorization. You intend in good faith to reestablish U.S. domicile no later than when the intending immigrant is admitted or adjusts status. Item number 6, date of birth. Write your date of birth in mm/dd/YYYY format. Item number 7, country of birth. Indicate your birth country. Item number 8, U.S. Social Security number. Enter your U.S. Social Security number. This is required. Item number 9, immigration status. You must provide proof of your U.S. citizenship, U.S. national status, or lawful permanent resident status if you're a joint sponsor, a substitute sponsor, or a relative of an employment-based immigrant filing Form I-864. If you're a petitioning relative who has already provided proof of your citizenship or immigration status with Form I-129F, Form I-130, Form I-600, or Form I-600A, you do not need to submit it again with this affidavit. 1. Proof of U.S. citizen or U.S. national status includes a copy of your birth certificate, a certificate of naturalization, a certificate of citizenship, a consular report of birth abroad issued to U.S. citizen parents, or a copy of the biographic data page from your U.S. passport. 2. Proof of lawful permanent resident status includes a photocopy of both sides of your permanent resident card or alien registration receipt card, Form I-551, or a photocopy of an unexpired temporary Form I-551 stamped in either a foreign passport or DHS Form I-94, arrival departure record. Item number 10, sponsor's alien registration number, A number. Provide your A number if you have one. This number helps identify your immigration records and begins with the letter A. It appears on official correspondence from the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, or U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. If you do not have an A number, type or print N/A. Item number 11, sponsor's USCIS online account number, OAN. If available, provide your USCIS online account number. This unique number helps manage your USCIS online filings. You have an OAN if you previously filed an application, petition, or request either online or by mail and received a receipt number starting with IOE. If you filed online, the OAN is available in your USCIS online account profile. If you filed by mail, the OAN is shown at the top of the USCIS account access notice sent to you. Note, the OAN is not the same as an A number. If you do not have a receipt number beginning with IOE, type or print N/A. Item number 12, military service. Select Yes if you are a petitioning sponsor currently serving on active duty in the U.S. Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, or Coast Guard, excluding training duty. If you prove that you're on active duty and are petitioning for your spouse and/or minor child, you must only show income at 100% of the federal poverty guidelines for your household size, instead of 125%. See Form I-864P, Poverty Guidelines. Select No if you are not on active duty. This rule does not apply to joint sponsors or substitute sponsors. Part 4. Information about the principal immigrant. The principal immigrant is the main beneficiary of the visa petition. Item number 1. Name. Provide the full name of the principal immigrant. Item number 2. Current mailing address. Enter their current mailing address. Item number 3. Country of citizenship or nationality. List the principal immigrant's citizenship or nationality. Item number 4. Date of birth in mm-dd-YYYY format. Item number 5. Alien registration number, A number. Provide the A number if they have one. If not, type or print N/A. Item number 6, USCIS online account number, OAN. Provide their OAN if available. If none, type or print N/A. Item number 7, daytime telephone number. Provide a daytime phone number including area code. Part 4, information about the immigrants you're sponsoring. Item number 1, indicate if you are sponsoring the principal immigrant listed in Part 3. Select No only if you are sponsoring other family members listed in Part 4 and, if applicable, Part 11, as a second joint sponsor and not the principal immigrant. Item number 2, family members immigrating within 6 months. If the principal immigrant's
spouse and/or children will travel with them or within 6 months of their arrival and you are sponsoring them, list their names and information in item numbers 4 through 7. Use Part 11, additional information for more entries if needed. Do not list family members who will immigrate more than 6 months later or who you are not sponsoring. They will need a separate form I-864. Items 3 through 7. Family members immigrating after 6 months. List names and details for family members immigrating more than 6 months after the principal immigrant. Use Part 11, additional information if you need extra space. Part 5, sponsors' household size. Add all individuals you are financially responsible for, even if they do not live with you. Ensure no one is counted twice. Item 1. Enter the total number of immigrants you are sponsoring from Part 3, Part 4, and, if applicable, Part 11. Do not include the principal immigrant if you are only sponsoring family members arriving more than 6 months later. Item 2. This field is automatically filled as 1. Item 3. Type or print 1 if you are married, 0 if you are not married or already counted your spouse in Item 1. Item 4. Enter the number of unmarried children under 21, even if you do not have custody. You may exclude children who have reached legal majority and are not claimed as dependents. Type or print 0 if already counted in Item 1. Item 5. Enter the number of other dependents you claimed on your most recent federal tax return, even if they are not related to you. Type or print 0 if already counted in Item 1. Item number 6. Lawful permanent residents you previously sponsored. Write the number of lawful permanent residents you are still legally obligated to support under a previous Form I-864 as a petitioning, substitute, or joint sponsor, or Form I-864-EZ. Do not include anyone whose support obligation has ended due to their U.S. citizenship, death, abandoning lawful permanent residence, earning or being credited with 40 quarters of U.S. work, or getting a new adjustment of status based on another Form I-864. If you already included these individuals in item number 1, enter 0. Item number 7. Non-dependent relatives in your household. You may include certain non-dependent relatives living with you, such as your parents, siblings, or adult children, only if you need to count their income to meet the income requirement. To include them, they must live with you and complete Form I-864A, contract between sponsor and household member. If you have no such relatives or already counted them in item number 1, type or print 0. Item number 8. Total household size. Add the numbers from item numbers 1 through 7 and write the total in the space provided. Part 6. Sponsors' employment and income. Items 1 through 6. Sponsors' employment. Select all boxes that apply to describe your current employment situation. Note, you cannot count income from illegal sources, example, illegal gambling or drug sales, even if taxes were paid on it. Item number 7. Current individual annual income. Enter your current earned or retirement income for the year. You may include evidence such as a recent employer letter with employer's address, phone number, and salary, pay stubs for the past 6 months, and/or documents showing alimony, child support, dividends, or other lawful income. Do not include means-tested public benefits. Items 8 through 14. Current annual household income. This section calculates your total household income. If your individual income already meets or exceeds 125% of the federal poverty guidelines, or 100% if you are active duty military sponsoring your spouse or child, you do not need to include others' income. If you do include others' income, each household member, spouse, child, or relative must be over 18 years old and must complete Form I-864A. If the intending immigrant is your spouse, provide proof their income will continue after getting permanent residence. No Form I-864A needed unless they have dependent children. If the intending immigrant is not your spouse, provide proof their income is lawful, ongoing, and that they live with you. If you added household members in Part 11, include their income here as well. Items 15 through 19. Federal Income Tax Return Information. Provide an IRS transcript or photocopy of your federal tax return for the most recent year. You may also include returns from the previous 2 years. Include Forms W-2 and 1099 if submitting copies of returns. Do not submit state or foreign tax returns. If self-employed, include all relevant schedules C, D, E, or F from your return. If you did not file a required return, you must file it before submitting Form I-864. If you were not required to file, attach a written explanation and proof. Use the total income line from IRS Form 1040 or 1040A or adjusted gross income on Form 1040EZ. To request transcripts, file IRS Form 4506T or visit www.irs.gov/individuals/get-transcript. For any tax year with 0 income, write 0, and for years not applicable, write NA. Part 7. Use of assets to supplement income. Optional. Complete this part only if your income does not meet the requirement. You may count assets from yourself, the intending immigrant, and/or household members if they complete Form I-864A. Assets must be convertible to cash within 1 year without major loss. You can include home equity, appraised value minus mortgage or liens, savings or investments, or additional vehicles, if you own more than one. To qualify, total assets must be worth at least 5 times the income shortfall, or 3 times if you're a U.S. citizen sponsoring a spouse or child. Example, if your income is $18,622 and the poverty line is $22,062, your shortfall is $4,000. To qualify, your total assets must equal at least $20,000, 5 times $4,000. Part 8. Sponsor's contract, contact information, certification, and signature. Read the contract carefully before signing. Sign and date the affidavit. Unsigned forms are invalid. Provide daytime phone number, mobile number if any, and email if any. A typed or stamped name is not accepted. Part 9. Interpreter's information, certification, and signature. If an interpreter helped you read or complete the form, they must fill out this section, sign, and date it. Part 10. Preparer's information, declaration, and signature. If someone else prepared the form for you, they must complete and sign this section. If the same person acted as both interpreter and preparer, they must complete both Part 9 and Part 10. A stamped or typed name is not acceptable here either. Part 11. Additional information. Use this section for extra information or explanations. If you need more space, make copies of Part 11 or attach separate sheets labeled with your name, a number if any, page number, part number, and item number the note relates to.